What can toss cars and trucks 50 feet in the air, flatten houses completely, knock over 18-wheelers, and sustain wind speeds that exceed 200 miles per hour? Mississippi has its shares of tornadoes like Oklahoma, especially violent ones, even though the state is not a part of the Tornado Alley. Data I got from the article Adjusted Tornado Probability says that Mississippi's chance of getting strong to violent tornadoes is around 89%. I grew up in Yazoo City, Mississippi my whole entire life and only experienced one tornado that took place April 24, 2010. The tornado was classified on the Fujita scale as a EF4. It measured 1.75 miles in width and lasted 2 hours on the ground, traveling at least 200 miles. In order to best understand tornadoes, it is extremely essential to learn how tornadoes form, how meteorologists distinguish several types, and the odd things that occur in connection to the tornado. What is a tornado and how does it form? According to the Seminole Press Encyclopedia of Science, tornadoes are relatively small, localized low pressure area associated with powerful thunderstorms that must be present in order for the process to occur so tornadoes can form. In order for a tornado to be born, it requires 3 ingredients that are persistent updrafts, special real frank downdraft, and enhanced storm relative helicity. The first stage of the development of a tornado is the persistent updraft begins to rotate. The second stage is where the rear flank begins to develop to help establish the stage for a tornado to touch ground. Once all these ingredients occur, the tornado is born, lasting from minutes to several hours. I just talked about tornadoes. Now it's time to talk about how meteorologists distinguish and classify tornadoes. Even though every single tornado has a column shape and lead distinct destructive path, doesn't mean they are all the same. Every single tornado that occurred throughout history are different from the last, each labeled underneath the Fujita scale ranging from F0 to a F5. The Tornado Intensity Estimation article states that the Fujita scale determines the scale of tornado by surveying the damage path, lifespan, distance traveled, and the width to determine the wind speed. The first one is F0, which sustains wind speeds estimated to be around 40 to 72 miles per hour, with little to no damage at all. The second F level is F1, with wind speeds to be around 73 to 120 miles per hour, like the tornado that struck a mobile home in Fulton, Missouri on April 10, 2001. The third F level is the F2 that has wind speeds ranging from 113 to 157 miles per hour with considerable amount of damage. The fourth level is at F3 that consists of wind speeds ranging from 158 to 260 miles with moderate amount of damage. The fifth level is at F4 that possesses wind speed from 207 to 260 miles per hour, like the tornado that struck Yazoo City, Mississippi, April 24, 2010, with severe amount of damage. The last level is the F5 with wind speed ranging from 261 to 318 miles per hour with incredible amount of damage. Meteorologists distinguish one tornado by the length of path, intensity of destruction, size, and lifespan, all together placed under one of the 6 levels of tornadoes. Now that I covered meteorologists distinguish and classify tornadoes, it is time to talk about things, the odd things that occur in a tornado. Tornadoes are quite fascinating, especially the strange things observed in the common in tornado. According to the Tornado Project Online, one of the tornadoes that saw the most number of strange events was the Great Bend, Kansas of 1915. 5 horses were carried 1/4 mile from the farm, and every one of them had no injuries and were together and were together on the same row. At the edge of the great bend, Charles Hammond roof was torn off, and the family didn't notice the damage until they stepped outside. The last one took place in Moses Clay Ranch, where at least 1,000 sheep were killed by a single tornado. Scientists of weather are astonished by these recordings of tornadoes, and some cannot explain the event. I personally witnessed odd things by the tornado that destroyed Yazoo City, Mississippi. Every single room in the house was destroyed except for the kitchen. It was left untouched with all the canned food still inside the cabinets. There was a tree in front of my house that was twisted and bent in a complete circle. A picture of a woman and her child was found 16 miles northeast from Yazoo City, Mississippi, from where the picture came from. In this speech, I have explored key factors about how tornadoes manifest, how meteorologists distinguish tornadoes and classify them, and the strange things recorded after the tornado and the damage path. So when you hear sirens and a fatal wall heading your way, I advise you to take